You know that feeling when you think you know a word, but then you hear natives use it and it makes zero sense? Like the word run. It's not just for joggers. In fact, if you only use it to mean physical running, you're missing about 90% of its power. Welcome to Speak Like a Native. Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
So, Leo, I want you to imagine a typical, maybe slightly chaotic day. You're heading to work, and on the way, you see an old friend from college you haven't seen in years. What happened?
Oh, I met them by chance. I encountered them unexpectedly.
Right. And in natural English, we have a perfect two-word phrase for that. Using run, we say, I ran into them.
Ran into them, but I didn't physically run and crash into them.
Exactly. That's the first big mental shift. Run into here has nothing to do with movement. It means to meet someone by chance or to encounter something unexpectedly. So you can say, I ran into Sarah at the grocery store. Or even for problems, we ran into some issues with the software.
Okay, so run into means meet by chance or encounter a problem. Got it. But my chaotic day isn't over. Let's say I get to a cafe to buy coffee before work, and I open my wallet and it's empty. No cash.
So you,
I have no more money. I used all my money,
again, we have a perfect run phrase. You ran out of cash.
ran out of. So run is combined with out of to mean to have no more of something left.
Bingo. To run out of something means to use all of it, so there is none left. It's for when you exhaust your supply. We ran out of milk. My phone ran out of battery. It's a super common phrase for daily life.
This is already making more sense. So run isn't the star, right? Isn't the star. The words after it change the meaning completely.
That's the key to phrasal verbs. The preposition or adverb is what gives it the special meaning. Now let's complete your chaotic day. Imagine you're watching the news and you see a local teacher announces she wants to become the mayor. She wants to be a candidate in the election.
She wants to compete to become mayor. She wants to enter the election.
In English, we say she wants to run for office, or run for mayor, run for president.
Run for office. So she's not literally running on a track. It means to be a candidate in an election.
Exactly. To run for a position means to be a candidate trying to win that position in an election. It's all about the campaign.
So to recap my weird day, I ran into a friend, I ran out of cash, and I saw someone run for mayor. All with run, and no actual running involved.
Perfect summary. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. The core idea linking many meanings of run isn't speed. It's about something flowing, operating, or moving through a process. Time runs out, a machine runs, a program runs, you run a business, you run into trouble. It's about managing or experiencing a flow or a situation.
Whoa, that actually connects the dots. So when I run out of time, time is flowing until it's gone. When I run a meeting, I'm making it operate.
Yes, you've got it. Now let's get into some real-world examples. I'll set a scene and you try to use the correct phrase. You're at a party,
Okay,
and across the room, you see your high school math teacher, Mr. Johnson. You haven't seen him in 10 years. What do you tell your friend?
I would say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I just ran into my old math teacher.
Perfect. Next, you're cooking dinner for friends. You're making pasta and you go to get the olive oil, but the bottle is empty.
I have to tell my friends. Sorry, everyone. We ran out of olive oil.
Excellent. Now, a political one. You're talking with a friend about the next presidential election. You say, I really hope a candidate who focuses on climate change will.
Will run for president.
Great. Now, let's talk about the common mistakes. This is crucial. Leo, I want you to make the mistake I hear from so many learners, especially from Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic backgrounds. Translate the idea of run literally. Tell me about meeting that friend, but use run in a physical sense.
Okay, Let me try to be wrong. Yesterday, I was running in the street and I met my friend.
See, if you say that, a native speaker might picture you in workout clothes, sweating, and then stopping to talk. It sounds odd because the physical action isn't the point. The chance meeting is the point. So the mistake is forcing the literal meaning of run onto the phrasal verb. In Spanish, corre is for physical running. Mal, in Arabic, pgl lajiaji. In Chinese, pa jia bao. Learners often want to say meet by chance and think run is wrong because they're not moving fast. But run into is its own unit of meaning.
That's exactly what I would have thought. Run means fast movement, so I shouldn't use it if I'm just walking.
Right. And another common error is with run out of. Learners might say, I finished the milk, which is grammatically okay but less common. Or they might say, the milk is finished, which is a direct translation from several languages and sounds unnatural in English. We almost always say, we ran out of milk.
What about run for office? Any mistakes there?
Yes. Sometimes learners say she will compete for mayor, which is understandable but not the standard collocation, or she will candidate for mayor, which isn't correct. The strong fixed phrase is run for. Also note, we say run for office generally, or run for mayor at P resident, abusinator specifically.
Noted. So these are like little packages. Run into, run out of, run for. Got it.
Now, cultural context. Why does this matter beyond just vocabulary? Using these phrases correctly makes you sound like you understand how English works, not just what the words mean. If you say, I encountered a problem, it's formal, maybe for a report. If you say, we ran into a problem, it's natural for a team meeting or talking to a friend. It shows comfort with the language.
And run for office is everywhere in news and conversations, especially in an election year.
Absolutely. It's a key piece of civic language. Now, let's do a practice round. I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to respond using one of our 3 phrases. Ready?
Ready.
Scenario 1. You're printing an important document. The printer makes a horrible noise and stops. A red light flashes. What do you say?
Ah, great. The printer ran out of ink. Or maybe we ran into a printer problem.
Both work. Ran out of ink is more specific. Good. Scenario 2. You're at the airport in another country, and you see your neighbor from back home at the same gate.
No way. What are the odds? I just ran into my neighbor.
Perfect. Scenario 3. A colleague at work is very active in the community. People are encouraging her to try to become a city council member.
They're saying, you should run for city council.
Excellent. Now, for our listeners, here's your challenge. Think about your week. I want you to create one sentence using run into and one using run out of. Say them out loud, maybe even write them in the comments. For example, I almost ran out of gas on the highway yesterday. Or, I hope I run into that nice barista again.
That's a great way to make it stick. And remember, if you're enjoying this deep dive into words that you thought you knew, make sure you're following Speak Like a Native. We drop new lessons like this every single day, and you don't want to miss the ones where we tear apart other simple words like get, make, or take.
Absolutely. Subscribing is the best way to make sure your English keeps improving bit by bit in a natural, fun way. Now, let's wrap up with our single memorable takeaway. Today's rule: unlock the word run. It's not about your feet. It's about chance meetings, empty supplies, and political dreams. So stop just running and start running into friends, running out of time, and who knows, maybe even running for something one day.
Thanks, Maya. That was incredibly helpful.
And thank you for listening. We'll see you next time on Speak Like a Native.